Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about why AI automations fail inside of real businesses. Most AI automations don't fail because the technology is bad. They fail because they're built without understanding how the business actually runs. That's why AI projects quietly die inside of real companies. For context, and those that are new here, I help business owners remove manual work using AI so that they can get time back and run their businesses more efficiently and get back to the things that they truly enjoy about running their businesses. Right now, I know you all have heard all the AI hype out there, all the trends that's going on. Right now, there's a lot of business owners that are experimenting with AI. They're adding tools, building automations, testing prompts, and then slowly stopping. Not because AI doesn't necessarily work, but because the automation never really fit how work actually flow inside of their business. And that gap is where most AI projects break. I was just in my chiropractor office last week and she was telling me about a new AI tool that she was using inside the business. She was all super excited about it. Talked to the front receptionist, not so much. Her direct quote to me was, I don't really like AI. And it was funny she said that and had that perspective versus the business owner. And that's typically what I see when AI is implemented into. So when I look at failed automations, they usually fall into the same three traps. The first reason is really simple. No one actually owns the automation. The automation was put in and nobody's really managing it. Something gets built, but no one is responsible for maintaining it. It was great when you put it in and everybody just forgot about it. When it breaks, people work around it instead of fixing it. And eventually it just stops getting used. If no one owns the system owns no one. And so AI truly works best when it's tied to an actual role and not a tool. Or it's not just a tool, right? The second reason automations fail is because they're layered on top of broken processes, unclear handoffs, inconsistent inputs, steps that only work because someone actually knows what to do. AI doesn't fix that. It only amplifies that mess when you've got unclear processes in place. And if the process isn't clear, automation is just going to make that confusion messier and is going to show up a lot faster when you put AI on top of it. That's how businesses end up with impressive automations that no one really trusts, like the example I gave about the chiropractor. And so the process has to be simplified first before you do anything. Then the automation actually helps. The third reason is the most common and least obvious. Automations are built to look impressive, but not to be used every day. And this could look like, if it's got too many steps, too much context, and if it has too much thinking that's required for the user, people are just going to avoid it, right? People avoid when they're busy, which is exactly what the automation should be helping when you get busy, right? The best automation is the one that people actually forget it even exists. You got to think about it. You got to rethink it, right? It should really be helping you when you get in those busy times. Otherwise, it defeats the whole purpose of putting the automation in place altogether. If your team has to think about how to use it, it's already too complicated. So here's the pattern. AI automations fail when they're treated like experiments instead of like an infrastructure or actual system. If you put AI automations in your business, they need true ownership. They need a clear process and they need to fit naturally into the daily work. If that doesn't happen, it's probably not going to work out. It's going to fail. But when that's in place, AI stops feeling like just a tool and it starts feeling like leverage and something you're proud of that's in your business because it's actually helping it run more efficiently and helping you scale. That's why usually when I'm working with businesses, I usually start with an AI audit and not to automate everything, right? Everything doesn't need to be automated. And I think that's a misconception about AI that, there's a silver bullet that you just put into the business and it takes care of everything. And that's not necessarily the case, right? It's truly about diagnosing and understanding the workflow, and not trying to automate everything. Really automating those tasks that take up the majority of your time, that are full of repetition, and that you could really outsource that to technology. But understanding how that work flows before you even touch AI, that's the key. So if you truly want AI to stick in your business, that's what this channel is about. Stick around. There will be more episodes where I'll be diving a little bit deeper into that. Thanks for watching.